Hello, and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. How are you? My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. Start the final show of the day. It's gone quickly today, hasn't it? I feel like the shows have absolutely flown over. It's been lovely that you've been with us. If you have just joined us, let me get you up to speed with everything that you need to know. On the website, there are loads of great deals. We have our summer sale. We also have an outlet clearance, which is currently going. There's up to like 90% off there with deals starting, if you're platinum, from 40 pence or about 48 cents. So lots of reasons to be shopping there. Also, across the day today, just for today, we are giving away free photos with each and every purchase. That's me and Craig, that is. And as I said earlier, I know the majority of you do watch here on Crafters TV, and you know me and Craig because we're all family and whatnot. But I just laugh for someone perhaps who's just stood off the website and don't watch Crafters TV. They're going to get a random picture of two people they don't know in their package. Or yes, Nicola, they might think that. They might look at that and go, oh, two very handsome men in my package. Now, that is also what's happening today. Also going on today, and we'll tell you more about it through the show, you've got a flash sale on the G2, 25% off, bringing that down to the best price we've ever done it for. So shop ahead and look. We have sold a lot of these today, like hotcakes. And last but by no means least, it is National Picnic Day today. So we are giving away prizes which are sort of picnic based. Last show we had the Create a Card Shaker glass thing. This next show here is a 3-in-1 celebration cake. Because obviously you take a cake like that on a picnic. Can you imagine? But if you want to win that, you just need to comment along on the show. And we want to know in this show, please, your favourite spot to picnic. I mean, if you want to follow that up with a picture of the picnic spot, we would love to see that. If that's too hard to do, don't worry. Just send in your pictures, send in your comments, and we'll do a draw at the end of the show. Now, we are launch partying. Launch party, all about bringing you some great demonstrations and ideas of things that we've launched very recently. Lots on this show, including the kitchen collection, the Floral Aperture Stamp and Die collection, and some of our craft clubs as well. And to bring you the inspiration and the ideas and the fun and the frolics, all the way from Bonnie, Scotland, it is, because he has just come back from Scotland, he's the one and only Mr. Craig Laird. Can I just say, first of all, I am loving the tea, sir.
You're loving the t-shirt. I thought the bosses are away, so I can open my jacket and let that
Yeah.
Just that little
Is
bit
that
more. The American Nightmare.
limited edition?
Sorry?
Is that limited edition?
Yeah, limited edition Scottish Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
American Nightmare t-shirt, which I did get. I was in a dilemma this morning. Do I put this on or do I put my Clash at the Castle? I was here t-shirt. So I think I'll wear that on Thursday underneath my dress jacket. But yes, we've got American Nightmare. No nightmares here. All fabulous, dreamy products where, well, we're going to be featuring kind of like 3 things over the next couple of hours. Now, you may have already seen it, but then this is going to be my take now within our craft club, which is all about die cutting. And you can see these are just some of the fabulous things that you can make. And when it comes to craft club, if you don't already know, maybe you've bought it for the first time here on Crafters TV, you do get the address or the QR code within the recent editions that takes you to additional tuitions with myself. So that is our craft club of die cutting. We've got the fabulous kitchen collection, which is of course absolutely perfect for the picnic day that you can see within all of these samples here. And then myself and Ben, we launched these just a month or so ago, the floral frame Stamps Dies. That's what we're going to kickstart with. So you can frame your images, your stamps, your dies, your photos, your sentiments. You can do your easels that you can do here. What about cutting off the side? Or we're going to do this one, which is my favourite one because it reminds me of the original Winged Eagle WWE Championship, but a really good one for victory.
Yeah.
Also because it's very, very symmetrical. And I like symmetrical. So that's going to be our first demo within Launch Party.
There we go. And as I say, keep the comments coming through. It's been very interactive today, which I've loved. Sadly, we haven't got any more sort of pictures to hide around the studio. I mean, we could set that up again if you enjoyed that. But let's chat about picnic spots. Your favourite picnic spots, wherever you love to go and have a picnic. Write in the comments, and we will pick a comment at the end of the show Oh, sorry. Craig, I've told you before not to leave your phone over this side of the studio. It wasn't there. He moved it from the shelf over there and put it back there.
Whatevs.
Thank you, Craig. Hi to Rachel, says she's in on the socials tonight. Cat Butt says, hi again, Bonnie Lads, team and everyone. I got a lot of bargains today. Cat Butt.
Yes! Cat Butt from Montrose. Yeah, I'm just freshly back from Scotland and I'm heading that way again this weekend. So looking forward to that for my birthday. I was originally meant to be working on Friday, but I'm doing a little swap-a-roo with Sheena, which then means I am off. And I've not got much plans for the weekend, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to go home.
I bet they've planned lots of stuff for you there, haven't they, your family?
Well, no, we're going out for a meal on my birthday.
Well, there you go.
My long-time school friend, Carly, we're going to catch up and go for a meal as well. She's the one that's got little Reva. We're going to catch up. So, yeah, from not going to be home for my birthday to actually being home, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, as much as it would be nice to be here, and it was nice to be here for me on my birthday, but then I'm 5 minutes up the road. You must be looking forward to going back to, have a nice birthday meal. Few drinks. Oh, Nicola was just saying she was looking forward to having another party.
Well, that's why I didn't put it off. I thought if I'm working, great. If not, then that's fine. Then, lo and behold, I was working. Brilliant, fab. Get to spend my birthday with you, Nicola, Jamie, you guys at home. And then, as I say, we've done a little bit of a switcheroo. But I am here, the last show tomorrow, and then all day Thursday as well. So
we're going to have a pre-birthday extravaganza. Yeah. I have bought you a birthday present as well. I'm hoping it's going to arrive before then so I can present you with it.
You didn't need
on
to do
air.
that.
No, I did, and not because you got me like a little treat, but I feel like I wanted to get you something. Because I feel bad now as well, because it's obviously Debbie's birthday as well, isn't it? And Becky's birthday's on Thursday, so I mean, I ought to get them something too. But having said that, I'm not going to see Becky and I'm not going to see Debbie, but then I'm working with Debbie next week, so maybe I should get Debbie something. Debbie did get me something. I'll get her some more cheese, maybe.
Yeah,
Do you and Debbie get each other presents? Being birthday pals?
Not usually, no, because again, as you just said there, we don't actually see each other a lot. Me, Becky, or the two Debbies, we don't actually see each other a lot. If we were on the same day, yeah, probably would do, but the fact is we could go, I've not seen Debbie Fisher for maybe, I don't know, a good 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Probably end of April, wouldn't it?
Would have been, yeah, yeah. Becky briefly about 2 weeks ago, before I went off on holiday, and then Debbie Robinson maybe about 3-4 weeks ago. So we don't actually see any of each other a lot, just in case we cross paths. So yeah.
I'm lucky because obviously I'm always here. Always here. So I get to see the guys whenever they drop by. A couple of quick comments and then we'll get on to the deals. Laurie Barnett joins us from Arizona. Christine Mahoney says 85 degrees out right now in upstate New York, heading to 91 in a couple of hours.
Christine.
Karen Wells-Sorrell says hello again from Kentucky. And Urana says, I hope you enjoyed seeing Clash at the Castle in person. I was disappointed with Drew McIntyre's match with CM Punk showing up.
I know, don't get me started. I was telling the guys, I was saying it all along, would love Drew McIntyre to win. The only way I would like him not to win is if CM Punk got involved. And then CM Punk did get involved. And then let me tell you, although I'm familiar with Glasgow, and we know what the Glaswegians are like, they can hold their own.
Yeah.
I did think a riot was going to start afterwards when
really?
the cameras started stopped rolling. So yeah, I have to say I was disappointed that it would have been good if they let Drew McIntyre win.
Do you think though, but like you are sorry, we'll get on to crafting in a minute. Welcome to WTV. But you're like very into your wrestling, more so. I mean, I love wrestling,
really,
but you are
just a little bit.
You're really into it.
I'm really 31 years.
So there must have been thousands of other people at that stadium on Saturday who thought exactly the same as you. It's like, well, Drew's going to be there, but he's probably not going to win because Punk's going to turn up and spoil it. Then, I know you said like a lot of people are like, but surely people must have realised. Yeah,
but then you just have that hope. You think, yeah, CM Punk's going to get involved, he's going to cut. But then he's in his hometown, main event, it's Glasgow, first PLE that the WWE's ever done. Surely they're going to have Drew McIntyre win. So they've always got that little bit of a hope. But hey, let's just say it wasn't a good weekend for Scotland, was it? So
football wasn't great, was it, the football? It's European Football Championships for our US viewers. So you got the Copa America, that starts afterwards, doesn't it? But yeah, Scotland didn't do too well in the opening game. Anyway, let's stop talking about sport and wrestling. Comment, please, your favourite picnic spots is what we need in this show to win our prize. But let's talk about the Floral Aperture Stamp and Die 6-piece collection, which, yes, Craig and I launched at the end of May. I now remember that because I didn't remember launching this with Craig, and the last time we did this together, he reminded me that we actually launched it at the end of May. So it's now stuck in my head. And what a beautiful collection this is. For £56 or $72 if you're a Platinum member, a very versatile kit. And once again, if you are someone who's fairly new to crafting, wants a kit which is going to be really simple to use, but create absolute top-notch stunning cards, this is brilliant. And again, in its kind of most simplest form, this set here, which is your bloom where you're planted, going to be cutting this into your cardstock, creating a beautiful design with the florals there. You know, beautiful aperture. So you could obviously mat and layer that, just put a little sentiment behind. If you wanted to create a shaker card out of that, you could do. If you wanted to do some paper piecing here, why not? Back it with some acetate, do some colouring onto that with your alcohol markers. Whatever you want to do, there's plenty of ways to sort of take this further and create more with it, but in its simplest form, it's just a really lovely way to create a stunning aperture on a project and have a beautiful sentiment to go with it. All the sentiments are great. You get one die per pack, of course, and then you get the sentiments with it as well. So things like you are amazing, bloom where you're planted, dare to dream. And it's lovely as well. As we go through, you'll see you've got that beautiful floral design there on the square aperture, but then we've got different shapes too. So this one is your thinking of you with that beautiful oval design. As I said when we had this on previously, it's got a bit of a sort of with sympathy sort of feel about it, this one. So, you know, it's thank you so much, it's thinking of you. I suppose it depends how you design it, really, but you've got kind of designs for all sorts of different projects, all sorts of different occasions. This one I know you'll love, Bloom and Grow. It's got that sort of rose, sort of peony feel about it. Once again, lots of fantastic sentiments in here. And whilst we obviously pick the sentiments to work perfectly with the fact that this is a floral collection, think about bringing in some of your other sentiments as well. Maybe you picked up the Just to Say collection recently. Also, you know, the fact that this is cutting straight into your cardstock, you might think about using this as a lovely way to frame pictures. We should talk about that quite a lot on the channel, where we have so many beautiful frames and dies where we think to ourselves, right, well, it's a good opportunity to print off pictures that we have on our phones, because we just don't do that anymore, do we? And this would be another set which I think would be beautiful for doing that. This one is Live Life in Full Bloom, so you've got these beautiful daisies on there, wishing you joy, just because. Another oval-shaped aperture there for you. This is the one Craig was talking about, and he showed you on a finished sample just a few moments ago. The On Your Special Day, got that sort of victory feel about it, this one. On your special day, best wishes, good luck. Be quite nice, actually. You talk about that one looking like the old wrestling belt. Maybe to do it with a bit of gold, get some of your gilding waxes on there to kind of really bring that design to the fore. And last, but by no means least, is your second of your square apertures, which is the Wishing You Happiness. A lot of people chatting about this one when we launched it, saying that they would use it as like a Thanksgiving card or a Harvest Festival card. And again, I can totally see that. Lots of different ways to use them. You'll see the different designs. You'll come up with kind of projects that you want to use them for, people that you think they might be best for putting cards together for. And that's the beauty about this set. 6-piece collection, 6 dies of actually getting 24 stamps across the collection too. £56 or $72 is the price. Ben, says Christine Mahoney, you better plan a big party on Thursday. Yeah, could go, get a big party. Got a big party planned for Craig Gunther. He doesn't want a fuss.
I don't want a fuss.
He doesn't want a fuss, Christine. He doesn't want a fuss. He's not here for the fuss. So you don't want a party, do you?
I'm giving you 12 months to then be able to
40.
make a fuss for next year.
I'm going to make a fuss on your 40th. Big fuss. That is a good point. Christine, Nicola is just thinking about the logistics of this. Imagine if we made a big fuss for Craig the day before his birthday on Becky's birthday.
But then to be fair, you know, Becky's not in. If you do want to make a fuss, I'm not going to like walk out the studio, am I?
No, but imagine if we did make a big fuss and then Becky happened to tune in, she'd be like, oh, I'm celebrating Craig's birthday on my birthday, why are they doing everything for me? So, yeah, no, it's just, we just have to be a bit careful there. I've got your present though.
Well, it's not arrived yet.
No, it hasn't. But if it doesn't arrive, I will get backup treats. I'm going to bring treats in, obviously.
I'm being serious. Don't be daft.
No,
Don't
I'm going
give me
to.
anything.
There's not many people that I would buy gifts for, but you're one of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it something you don't need anymore?
Lynn Morton says, had a field day shopping again today. Thank you, CC, for the great prices and deals. Cindy says, I love this set. And Janet Miller says, I bought the G2 this morning. G2 Crew. Couldn't resist the price. Eat. Yeah. I couldn't resist the price. Ben, have you gone to Turkey yet? Do I look like I've gone to Turkey? I'm not. I go to Turkey 3 weeks on Saturday. 3 weeks on Saturday I go, and just across the rooms again, no teeth, no bum. Right, thank you everyone for all of the picnic spots, which we will read out as we go through the show. But let's get started, because we're 20 minutes in already and we've done nothing. Stop talking about wrestling, for goodness sake. Gosh.
I just got my schedule for July, so that must be why I'm in a full week.
Yeah, I'm off.
Then.
My last day is July the 11th, and then I'm not back until 13th, 14th, 15th, 29th of July.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, well then. Let members send pics.
The thing is, I'm here a lot, aren't I? So I think you guys will be glad of the break from me, I know.
Of course we wouldn't. Not at all will we be glad to get a little bit of a break. Not at all. Not at all.
Nicola's just said, I can't wait. What's that, Jamie? Oh, Jamie's taking it off as well. So there you go. Jamie's had to take the same time off as me because he was going to miss me so much. I think he's actually going to Turkey to get his teeth and bum done. Anyway, Craig.
Right, let's have a look at the floral frame Stampin' Dies here. This is giving you a look at one of each that you can create, but of course you can still do all your different ideas and concepts like I showed you at the start of the show. Now they've all got a mix of either an oval, a square or a circle in there, but yeah, giving you lots of different, occasions in which you can use them all. So I know I've got a couple of a few of the designs. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the on your special days. So let's start with the die cutting here. So I've got a piece of white cardstock, 4.5 inches by 6 1/4. We're going to bring in our die. Now if I bring this one, and we're going to come, a little bit, maybe 1/4 inch away from the top there. Let's bring in our low tack tape.
Yep.
And the centre is what's going to be the way. So with the Gemini, the pressure of the Gemini, if you find you're using our low tack tape and it catches, just make sure that you pop the tape where it would be waste, and then therefore it's not going to matter. So we can then take our plates, and because it's detailed, I'm going to use them all, base frosted magnetic top plate, run it through. So although that I'm using the G2, if you've gone for the G2 today, or you are going to be going for it then you'll get your A4 plates. However, you can see you can then take your junior plates, if you've got them, whether it's new ones or whether it's the clear ones from the OG, and you can still use them. So let's take that one. And what you've also got is, even just with the help of the pressure for the Gemini, you've got some really, really beautiful embossed and debossed detail. So I'm going to take that out now. So if we take that, if you've got your die release tool, grab hold of that. I'm going to go for quick and ease, and I'm just going to give it a tap on the side to take all the bits out. Yep. And then I've got a bit of black cardstock, about 4 1/4 by 5 inches. And we're going to, so that will go just underneath. Now it's going to be a little bit snug, but don't worry, because we're not actually wanting it as a matte layer. We're going to do a drop shadow, but we're going to do it ever so slightly different. So we're going to run it through, once again, same full plate configuration into our Gemini. And the size of these, depending on the size of the cardstock that you're using, they'll still go through the MIDI as well when it comes to the folder-based Gemini. But let's take that one out and move that one out the way. And then once again, you've now got that really beautiful, that silhouette, which would work well, you know, for like remembrance and poppies.
Oh, do you know what?
Be
Like,
really,
ever
really
since you
nice.
said about the WWF belt, WWE belt, all I can see is that sort of victory design. But now in the black, the poppies have really popped
out, yeah,
Yeah.
with having that black.
Yeah.
Which just, you know, it's fab. So what we're going to do is, you know, roughly, we're going to chop it in half. So what did I say? 4 1/4. So let's go just over the 2-inch mark, although you can really, really easily see where that centre point is. And the reason that I've done that is usually, Ben, with a drop shadow, what I would do is I would come down to the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah.
But what I actually want is I want the drop shadow on the left-hand side, sorry, on the right-hand side, and on this one, showing on the left-hand side. So you can take your dots, but what I'm going to do is, this is what I would do at home when I've got a lot more time, and that is just use my tacky glue and a small applicator. And it really does help when it comes to the drop shadow with the way to do now. So I'm just going to tap, make sure that I've got a nice little coverage of my tacky glue. And then for this one, what we're going to do is again, instead of coming down to the bottom right-hand corner, what I'm doing is I'm going to go and pull to the left-hand side. So then what will happen is we're going to be left with our black drop shadow just peeping out from the right-hand side. So we're just going to then manoeuvre it about, which of course you can do when it comes to your tacky glue. Well, that rhymes, isn't it? You can do with the tacky glue.
Do with the glue.
And we're just going to then position that. And then once we've got that where we want it, what I'll do is I'll bring in my card blank just to show you where we're going with this. So see how we've now got that black drop shadow just popping out from that side. And then we're going to do the same on this side. But what we're going to do is instead of popping the drop shadow going from the right-hand side, this time it's going to come along from the left-hand side. So you've got that inner shadow. And it's a nice little visual with the drop shadow there, because it gives you a different look than if you're dropping from the left or the right. So this time we're going to go to the right-hand side. So we've got our black that's just popping through, and we're just going to make sure we've got that drop shadow of the black into here. And then if I press that down and bring this in, you can now see we've got that inner drop shadow working all the way around. What I'm going to do now is let's do a little bit of colouring. Now you could do the colouring before you do your drop shadow, but we're going to go in and I'm going to do the dull green blend and then the antique pink blend. And we're not doing much colouring, Ben, but what we are going to do is we're just going to pick out some of the floral and the leaves. And just starting off like I would usually do, just starting off with the light and then just starting to go and build with the dark, slowly, layer by layer. And then we're just going to then work our way around.
Loads of lovely comments. Picnic spots. You see, thank you for all of these, and keep sending them through if you want to win this prize, but a lot of them, well, the majority of them, they mean nothing to me, because I don't know where it is. But if any of us are thinking of going on a picnic in the US, Cindy says the best picnic spot is Rockport, Massachusetts, on the beach. We're going to see if we can find the pictures. The only thing about a beach picnic is you want to get sand in your sandwiches.
No, you don't. A little bit crunchy.
No. Although they do say, here's a bad joke coming. They do say you'll never go hungry at the beach.
Why?
Because of all the sandwiches there.
Oh.
Ooh. Thank you. It looks like Rockport Beach is quite stony, so we'll be fine there, Cindy, rather than sandy. Wendy says, my favourite picnic spot is in Daniels Park in Colorado.
Daniels Park?
Yeah. Karen Zweigart says, my favourite picnic spot is sat at and with my sister beside her pool.
Ooh.
I love the idea of having a pool at my house.
How good would that be?
It would be
Busy
good.
Lizzie's got a pool.
Busy Lizzie's got a pool?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I did know that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we said if I'm ever down at Redditch, I can always use it.
Go for a swim.
Busy Lizzie, yeah, it's just close to Hobby Maker.
Yeah. It's outdoors, isn't it? But I mean, if you heated a pool these days, that is going to cost a lot of money, I would have thought.
It is, isn't it?
The energy prices. Wanda says, it might sound macabre, but we picnic at the family cemetery during Memorial Day weekend. Have a nice lunch and clean family headstones and place flowers. Well, I think that's a marvellous
I
idea.
do as well, get to visit your loved ones that are no longer here.
Why not? Have a lovely time reminiscing and sharing family history with the little ones, and I think that's very, very important. Sharing history of the grandparents and the great-grandparents. Urana says, when we lived in Garden City, KS, Kansas, many years ago, we would have picnics at the zoo.
Yeah.
You're not worried about the animals nicking your nuts?
The monkeys.
Yeah. Terry 8 says, I like a park setting with pond or lake for a picnic.
Yep.
With you on that. And Anne says, isn't it awfully hot in Turkey this time of year? Yes, Anne. It is going to be warm. It's going to be mid-30s, I think. Nicholas just said it's okay, the hospital for Ben's teeth and the BBL will be air-conditioned. It's going to be a little bit too hot for me, I think, but my wife is very much a sun worshipper, so it would be just right up her street. But the good thing is you just can go and sit in the shade with a cool drink, can't you, if it gets too warm? I'll slap on the factor 30, probably 40. You've got the pool there as well. No, there's no point putting 50, is there?
No point going then.
Well, I suppose. But if you put 50 on, would you still get a tan? It'd take a long time. I used to buy this thing.
Zhuzh.
No, not zhuzh. It was this. What was it called? It was basically like a. No,
was it zhuzh?
No, it wasn't zhuzh. It was like an oil that you'd put on.
Zhuzh.
No, you zhuzh. You zhuzh. I'm trying to talk. Craig, zhuzh. No, it was this oil that you put on, and you would only put it on once, and then that was it for the whole day. You didn't have to reapply it.
That was zhuzh.
Yes, it was like a sun cream, sun oil kind of thing, but it was a one application for the. It wasn't called zhuzh. You could buy it in like Boots and Superdrug.
Have you ever tried zhuzh?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You should do. It was on another place in another life that you work.
Now I sort of know what it is, but zhuzh is a tad accelerator, right?
Yeah.
So do you apply that? Do you apply that after you've been in the sun to make your tan?
No, you
make
put
your
it
tan
on
better?
before you go.
Right, and is it a
Tan accelerator.
But it protects you from the sun.
So it brings out the
melanonin
or something in your skin, and it brings it more to the surface. I have tried it. I won't try it again. Let's just say for me.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah.
You don't strike me as a person who tans though, particularly.
No, I burn peel, and then I'm back to the Milky Bar kid again.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, but I do love the sun I take after Mum. I'm like my mum, where she's sitting in the back garden, and as the sun starts to disappear, and it's travelling right to the back, and before you know it, by the end of the day, you're in your deck chair, right in the corner of the garden, getting that last. I've turned into my mum like that.
Stretching to get the last few rays of the day.
Last bit of the rays out.
Just whilst you're matting and layering, Terry H says, Ben, you're going to be gone on my birthday. Oh, Terry, apologies for that. When is your birthday, Terry H? I'll go live from Turkey, live from the hospital. I beat you to it, Nicola. Live from the hospital.
And see, if you need to pass time, Ben, when you're recovering in the hospital, just do a couple of lives.
Oh, there you go, you see? Yeah. Just for my goodness.
Get yourself set up on one of those, payable accounts, and you can do like birthday messages and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely do that then. Yes, Nicola. Alternatively, another online site I might be able to do as well.
Oh, is that the one where you're only allowed fans?
Just for the record, everybody, if you've just tuned in, I am going to Turkey on a holiday for 10 days, and the running gag is that I'm going to go to get my teeth and my posterior done. That is just a joke. It's not actually happening, but play along with everybody because they're having the best time taking the mickey.
If you want to follow Ben's journey, just go onto a site that only allows fans. He's going to be setting one up.
I'm moving on. Any picnic spots, says Anne. where there is grass but no wasps or ants. Yes, ants are annoying. Wasps also annoying. That joke about the sandwiches there, Anne says, is literally older than you are, Ben. Anne, thank you so much. That means a lot. All my jokes are so old. And Joanne Reed says, as a child, summer was spent with my nanny and granddad on Brighton Beach with sandwich spread. Oh, sandwich spread sandwiches. I used to love sandwich spread.
You?
Are you turning your nose up at that, Craig? It's
No,
a sandwich spread. It was in a jar, and it was just, I don't know what it was really. Was it like cheese and...
Vomit.
It looked like vomit, yes, but it tasted very, very nice. I loved sandwich spread. Who said that? Joanne. Marvellous.
Sorry,
Thank you.
Joanne. I'm sorry.
I feel like going to the supermarket after the show and getting some sandwich spread. Jan doesn't like sandwich spread either, who's on the socials. And Mary Beth Doyle says, best picnic spot is my great nephew's and niece's yard and deck. I love being with the kids. Keep these coming in, guys. I absolutely love them. Favourite picnic spots. If you message a picnic spot, we'll pick a winner to win our 3-in-1 creator card die at the end of the show. I can keep chatting if you're happy.
Yeah, I'm just starting to stick these together. So if we've got loads more comments, just carry on.
You've matted and layered and just pop in the foam pads on the back.
So the paper that I used is from my special paper pad, and it's just some of like kind of my vintage pink cardstock that I've got, and I'm just layering it up.
Yeah, sandwich spread. No, it's nice, sandwich spread. There it is. For those of you that don't know what it is, it doesn't look great in that picture, but it's got like, it was like mayo, carrot, tomato, I think. I think there's cheese in it, wasn't there? I liked it.
What about Dairy Lee triangles?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, the cheese was just, no, not really.
I like the cheese strings. You know where you could. I always try to have a competition to see what was the thinnest bit of string.
As I say, I got wrong in here the other day. So I went to the shops to buy some, like, I just fancied some sort of snacky bits. So I bought some eggs. I bought some, like, the little refrigerator chickeny bits, and I bought a cheese string. And I came in here, opened it up, and I just bit the cheese string. And you should have seen both Nicola and Jake's face. They were like, "What are you doing?"
You just bit into the.
Yeah.
You didn't peel it as strings.
No.
The whole purpose is cheese strings because you peel little strings. You see how thin, like a fine thread that you can make.
I just want to eat it though.
Well, then you eat it.
But I like the taste of the cheese strings. Oh, I don't know. Can you get mixed cheese strings, can you? I have no idea. Oh. Apparently you can get like the red Leicester / cheddar cheese strings. Taste sensation. Lynn says, it's a long time since I was on a picnic, but the last one was in Hexham. I hear Hexham's very nice. I've never been there. Hi, Jeffrey Langley. Hi, Cindy Redmond, who says, my favourite picnic spot is on the beach. You can't beat a light sea breeze blowing and the sound of the waves. The only other problem as well, I always think, when you eat at the beach is the seagulls. Because the seagulls, certainly when I go back home to Devon, the seagulls there seem to not care anymore. They are not worried about humans. They're quite happy to swoop down and nick your pasty.
You should see the ones that are in Dundee, the seagulls and pigeons. They're like flipping Hulk Hogan on steroids.
Are they actually big?
Yeah, they're massive.
Do they swoop and nick food?
Oh, yeah, they'll swoop and they'll nick your Gregg sausage roll out your whole hand. Take the whole lot. Yeah, they don't care.
Carol Byrne says, Ben, you can still get sandwich spread. Well, I might have to have a look. Lynn says sandwich spread is heartburn in a jar. Or maybe I won't get it then because I've been struggling with a bit of heartburn recently.
Sick in a jar.
Oh, Craig. Oh.
Sorry if you're having your tea in the
Sorry if you're eating a sandwich spread sandwich right now. I just can't believe, I don't know why, I just thought that was like a thing of like the 80s and 90s when I was little, and it's still a thing now. Carol Willis says,
me in the office tomorrow. Craig, we've had an email of a complaint.
Yeah. Someone was eating sandwich spread for dinner, and you said it looked like vomit. Beautiful.
There we go. So simple cutting. We've done our inner drop shadow, how we showed you to do that. And then a little bit of colour. And I used to try blends, dull green blend, and antique pink blend for that centre bit. You could put a photo in there if you want to. You could turn it in a shaker if you want to. You can make it smaller. So if you want to do your smaller cards, instead of putting this back layer on, this could simply be your card front, which could then fit onto a 5x7 card. So you've got that option.
Really lovely cards, and you know, hopefully you're seeing just how versatile this set is. You can get these in as individuals if you just want to do that. If you perhaps just want to recreate Craig's card, that's the one to use. It's called On Your Special Day, so just pop that into your basket individually. And that was, I think you're correct actually, one of the ones that wasn't available on HSN. It was that one, and I want to say it was either Bloom Where You Were Planted or Bloom and Grow, wasn't it? Can't remember. Anyway, you are also going to get in your bundle Wishing You Happiness, which is the one of the squares. Very sort of harvest festivally, as we said, sort of Thanksgiving card. You've got this one here. It could be any of them. Live Life in Full Bloom. Well, I've said 3 now. Are we going with that one though? Hold the line, please, caller. We're just going to find out.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yep. Thank you. Those 2. Nicola was right. Did you hear that then? She just said those 2 there. Are the 2 which we didn't have on HSN. So On Your Special Day, Live Life in Full Bloom. So get those 2 if you bought the HSN bundle. But they're all in the collection for you. That one is called Bloom and Grow. This one is called Thinking of You, and Bloom Where You Are Planted. All available individually. Buy those 2 separately if you've got the other sets from HSN, or indeed go for the full bundle where the best value for money is. £56 is the platinum price, or $72. And also don't forget, you're running out of time. If you want to get that G2 deal, 25% off, then you're going to get your Club Inspired discount on top. You've got to do it today though, because that deal will disappear. And also another reason to shop today is you're going to get a free photo of me and Craig with every purchase. I mean, so why would you not want that? We are going to let you get to the checkouts. We'll come back here in about 3 or 4 minutes' time after we hear from a lady I feel like I've not seen in ages, the wonderful, the marvellous Debby Robinson.
Day to day looks like on a normal day when I'm working from home. Get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and they could be commercial meetings, they could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different, but always a predominant focus on the products, how they're working, the new products that we're bringing out, a lot of research and development. When we get to see the finished article, way before anybody at home gets to see it, it arrives and we get to unpack it and experience it and try it, that gives us all a massive buzz. I can't be getting out of bed too early, and I like to get to bed. 9 o'clock's the new 10 p.m. Tea all day long, black, no sugar, thank you. I tend to miss breakfast, which isn't great. And if I have something when I come in the office, then that's going to be yogurt and fruit. My face, all of the makeup that makes this. Nobody's seeing this without that on. Probably a baked potato or a salad or something egg-based. Ooh, craft along a masterclass. I'm going to say masterclass, and that's because I love to educate. One song that would be the theme tune to my life, it would be Billy Ocean, Red Light Spells Danger. Pour a gin and tonic. First thing I do. Get in the house, gin and tonic, decompress the day, and then plan what I'm going to do that night.
Very close to Niagara Falls, says Carol Willis, is the town Niagara on the lake. I love to picnic at any of their public parks. That sounds like a place to picnic.
Yeah.
Better than in the car park here.
What's wrong with our car park?
Well, it's not a place where you'd have like a picnic, is it? Or like a...
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What a lovely card, says Pat. I love the colours. Jeanette says, I like to take a picnic and sit on the beach. Very relaxing to watch the waves.
Oh, love it.
Cat Butt says, I have sandwich spread with cooked meat to give it a kick. It's the capers. Ah, yes, capers.
But smoked haddock. Smoked haddock from Arbroath.
Is that what you like?
Ooh, I love haddock, but yeah, smoked haddock.
When you go to the chippy then, do you have haddock instead of cod?
Yes, you can't get cod, but yeah. Which, funny enough, I only have a chippy tea when I go home to Scotland, because when you're used to the best chippies being just outside Arbroath, not far from Aberdeen as well, nowhere else, in my opinion, does in the area here does good chippies.
They batter everything though, don't they, in Scotland?
Yeah, they do. They batter you if you're not careful.
I see you, Jimmy.
See you, give you a Glasgow kiss.
I remember picnics from my youth, says Tara Wade, where my mum would make brown svaga sandwiches. I have no idea what that is. A brown svaga sandwich. I still like the taste, but it's not the healthiest choice. What is that, Tara? Please get in touch and let me know what that is. And Joanna, just to answer your question, the craft along that Craig is doing on Thursday, all the graphics currently are being made and set up. I would imagine that the details for that will be up either late tomorrow or first thing Thursday. So if you check out the socials, then you will be able to see. Right, quick one, because we are almost at the end of the first hour of the show. So the craft clubs, which we brought you yesterday, are back. Craft Club Showstopper Collection, where, well, you can pick up number 4, number 5 and number 6, but only pay for number 4 and number 5 will give you 6 for free, which is marvellous. And these, again, are crafting in a bag, basically, your opportunity to try out lots of different techniques. In this particular case, Craig has got number 4, which is the die cutting techniques. I've got for you over this side number 5, which is your shaker techniques, and they come with everything that you need, right? So within the bag here, you're getting 11 stamps, 20 dies, you're getting a tub of sequins, of course your instruction sheet. You get your digital Craig with these as well, of course, don't forget. You also get your instruction booklet. Printed papers, 16 sheets, you've got crystals in here, glass seed beads, you've got your red liner tape, chunky glitter, acetate. You have got your cardstock panels in there alongside rub-on transfers and satin ribbon and seam binding ribbon. That's to do your shaker techniques. Then you've got number 6, which is your embossing folder techniques. And once again, in this one, I spin it around. I mean, you can see the kind of things that you're going to be making here, but all of these goodies you're going to be getting. So you've got a 2D folder, 3D folder. I'll flip it around this way so you can see. It's probably better to look at the front. 3D folder. You have got your core card in here, watercolor cardstock, stamps, the lot. There's everything that you need to try all of these different techniques. Buy those 2 and we'll give you Craig's die cutting one for free within the bundle. $47.98 is your price in pounds or dollars if you're a platinum member. Worth bearing in mind as well that if you have a few of these already, we do still have the folder available as an individual item which you can store all of your panels and your craft club bags in too. But let's have a look at the die cutting club with Craig. And again, Craig, these are great, aren't they? For people who want to sort of build stashes when it comes to craft, they're fantastic. But for people who are new, the fact that they've got everything in the bag and you in digital form and the instruction booklet, it's a great way to get started, isn't it?
It is. It really, really is. If you're new to crafting or you're new to die cutting, what I would say is, of course, we've got the G2 on the show as well today, just for today at that epic price. So I would consider, if you're going for the G2, go for the craft club that Ben's just showing you there, and also the masterclass we had earlier on, the Bundle of Joy. That would really open up all the different looks and styles, techniques, versatility of having all that together. But if you are just going for this, then Ben showed you the 2 that he had, and this is also the other one. This is the one that we're going to have a play with right now, and this is just all about your die cutting. So whether you're layering, whether it's edgeables, whether it's framework, but you're going to get all components for this die cutting technique. So what I've got here is I've got some cardstock. I've cut it to 3 3/4 by 5.5. And the great thing with your craft clubs as well is you get all your card blanks and the envelopes and that as well to go with them. So I'm going to go right as far to the edge as I can possibly go.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take my low tack tape. What I am going to do though is, because I'm right on the very edge, let's bring it onto my plate first. Goes up to the edge as we can go, and then I'm just going to tape it down because there's very, very little white card for me to tape it onto. So therefore, if we tape it onto the little bit of card that is there and then onto our plate, then it means we don't need to maneuver it about, and then we're just going to go in with our full plate configuration here and run it through.
Yep.
All the dies within this set, I'm going to say it again, depending on the size of cardstock you're using, but they'll all go through your Gemini Junior, they'll go through your Gemini Midi, and then a lot of them as well, your smaller ones, they will go through your Gemini Mini if you choose to use it with the Mini. But there's one edge, but we're going to repeat that. So let's take that bit of waste edge out, and I'm just going to pop all these bits out. And then I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to come right to the edge, mark it to the edge, and then tape down with that low tack tape. I'm going to go in, base plate, frosted, magnetic, top plate, and then we're going to feed that one through.
Yep.
So that's going to give us that beautiful edge on the side. You can do the framework if you want to. So if it was a square bit of card, do it top, bottom, left and right. You've got that beautiful edged frame. And then if we take that one out here, we can now see that you've got a tiny little bit there. You can just snip it away. But we've now turned our piece of rectangle card onto a beautiful double edgeable that you can see here. And then what we're going to do, now we could have done this bit all together, but I wanted to purposely do it separately. And that is bring in another piece of white cardstock. Now on the back, we're going to go in with, let's take the love. So if we do the love, and then let's carefully, they are well stuck down.
Well, they are well stuck down, aren't they?
Be careful when it comes to your fingernails. There we go. So we're going to go in with the love. We're going to go in with that banner tab. And then I'm also going to go in with the, let's do the full butterfly. Lovely with the butterfly is if you use the inner die on its own, it's going to cut into your card, but then use that outer die, it's then going to create and release the butterfly. So if we tape that in, and then let's secure these two here. Now we're going to then run them one through. So again, we're just going to then line that up and then feed that one in. So these are like the ones, if you were to do them separately, they're going to go through your Gemini Mini, if you're wanting to mix and match. But as that one then comes out, the butterfly, what I would do is another twice. So we would do the butterfly another twice. And then I'm going to take that one. So we've got our banner, which we've got that little deboss design. And then we've also got the love. So if I take my pokey tool and pop that out, which is still in there. So let's just feed that out. You've got your little release holes. So then there's the love. Then we're going to keep the love. We're also going to, with the butterfly, we're just going to have the outer die. So just the outer die on its own. And then we're going to go in with some of this really, really kind of antique purple, which is the colour card that you get within the craft club. Yeah. You've got it all. You've got the dies, you've got your card stock, you've got your card blanks, you've got your envelopes as well. You've got all of that. And then we're going to run that one through. So with the butterfly that I've just cut out of the outer edge, I would also do that another twice. So then I would have 3 in total. So if I take the butterfly, so the solid butterfly we've got now, and then we've got the love within that antique purple. Feed that one through. And then what we're doing is shock horror. Oh, no, I did need to do that one again. So let's take that one. Let's take our low tack tape. And then what I'm going to do, Ben, is this banner, the butterfly and the love, we're going to do a drop shadow.
Okay. Whilst we're watching you, we're very busy on the comments tonight, which is lovely. We are chatting picnic spots. Oh, on the subject of Braunschweiger sandwiches. Braunschweiger is a pate made with beef and pork ground up.
Oh, I would like that.
I would. That was earlier today that we were chatting pate, wasn't it? You love a pate. Pate
with some chutney.
Yeah. Nice to have a pate as a starter, isn't it? If you're having like a 3-course meal as well, like Christmas meal with like a pate to get started. Della says, my favourite picnic place was sitting on the lawn in front of Notre Dame in Paris. But I don't know if they still allow that. I don't know. I don't know if you can still do that.
Did something not happen in Notre Dame?
Yeah, there was a fire
Was it not on fire?
It was years ago. I think it was the roof or something, wasn't it?
Was it the roof?
I'm sure they rebuilt whatever it was that.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm sure they did. There's a joke about Notre Dame and of course Quasimodo, but I'm struggling to get it to the front of my mind so I can tell you, which I can probably guess you're all devastated about. We will be taking a picnic, says Karen Hughes, to Ben's Park to watch Jason Donovan in July. Oh. Hopefully the sun will be out. Ben's Park. Yeah, Jason Donovan. Don't mind Jason Donovan, actually.
I liked him in Neighbours.
Not like his music, really, no?
I can't say I really listen. I liked the song with Kylie Minogue, especially for you.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I liked that.
Christine Mahoney, I like to picnic any place sunny with water. There's a town park not too far away, and then there's a lake that's about an hour away. That's beautiful, with a lot of mountains around it. So anywhere beautiful with water. Evelyn says, we always stop at a little meat market in Kremlin, Colorado for sandwiches, and then sit along the Colorado River for a picnic. That sounds very picturesque. Jeanette Shirley says, we used to picnic at the drive-in, but there aren't many of those left. It was such a good time. And Carol Willis asks, can you ask Craig how the different love sentiments in the showstopper compare? Different love sentiments.
Say that again.
Is there more than one love sentiment across the showstoppers? Oh, there's one in the Shakers, actually. I'll get it out.
Yeah, it should be different. All elements in all craft clubs should be different. So fingers crossed. Wait, you see, it'll be egg on my face now. It'll be exactly the same.
Egg on your face. Oh no, this one I think is different because it's got. Has yours got a little outline?
Yeah, it should be different. So that's the whole.
Oh, it's bigger.
Yes, it's bigger and it's got an outline down.
Yeah, we'll show you so you can contrast and compare. So that's the one there from the shaker set.
Yep.
Your one you're using.
So so like there's that one.
Yeah.
So you've got larger, but you've got the matten layer as well, because obviously you can make shakers out of your outline. So yeah.
There we go.
Bigger and different.
Yeah.
There you
Good
go.
question though.
Really good question.
And it's
That's
good
what
to
we're here
know
for.
what you're getting, isn't it? So. Thank you.
Definitely. Yep, and that's a great thing with being live, of course.
Yes.
Is then you can just
Always
ask away.
And hi to Tarina Holloway, who says, hello Craig and hello Ben. I cannot wait to see what else you do with these. I've just bought 2 of them yesterday. Might just have to get the bundle anyway. Well, I would. It's where the value is, isn't it, in the bundle?
It's always good to have. It's always handy to have.
Yeah.
Bringing in these butterflies. The butterflies, what I've done, Ben, is I've not stuck down the whole of the detailed wings, just the body, so that we've got the wings fluttering away. And then I've popped a foam pad onto the back, and then I've got the 3 of them here. So if I do like 3 butterflies, I'll go one way, one the other, and then back the original way is the first one. And I've kept it with the 2 colours. The love, that's the one that we cut. This one I'd already popped foam pads onto the back because they needed to be smaller.
Yeah.
But then there we go, that was little bits of offcuts that I had. And then there we go, you've got that real 3D depth with the 2-tone colours, the white and that antique purple from your craft club. That one is from your die cutting.
That is what we call very pretty. Just reminding me as well, don't forget if you're joining us on Friday for Friday Night Live, you will once again get to vote for your demo of the week, where we put up some of our favourite demos. You vote for your fave, and then we replay that particular demo for you. So I have a feeling that was a good one. That might be up there. We shall see though. And also just to mention, if you want to send in your pictures for Friday Night Faves, another feature that we do where we feature some of the best of your makes from the week, you can send those in to us too. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I've been here 4 years and I still have to think about it. I don't know. I'm getting old. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I think they call it a senior moment. So send them in, and as per, what we will do is we will show a gallery in Friday Night Live this Friday. If your picture features, you will win yourself a prize, so do make sure you keep watching. If you want this Craft Club showstopper though, if you are like Tarina, who's thinking about getting the lot, the best way to do it is to get that showstopper, because you'll get the bundle that Craig's just shown you, the die cutting bundle. You'll also get the bundle here, which is 5, which is your shaker techniques. And again, that contains load stamps, 20 metal dies, sequins, instruction sheet, printed papers, all your consumables from chunky glitter through crystals and glass seed beads, through your tapes and papers and whatnot. And then you'll also get in here your embossing folder techniques too, which again is a multitude of 2D and 3D embossing folders. Again, you've got core cardstock in there, just everything that you need to have a go at embossing. Buy the showstopper, you pay for 2, we'll give you the 3rd one for free. £47.98 is that price. Don't forget, if you do have any of the craft clubs, if you've bought any of them previously and you haven't yet got the folder, that is available as an individual item as well. What a gorgeous card, Craig, says Terry H. Absolutely. Anne from the Twin Cities says, I love brown Schweiger sandwich with potato chips. And Stephanie Theodore says, we will be having a picnic across the backyards of our neighbours from our block on July the 4th. We usually do it Memorial Day, but a lot of us were travelling. Keep the picnic chat coming in over the course of the next hour, and also keep the lovely comments coming through, because we've got plenty more to show you as Launch Party continues. Welcome back. Hello and a very good evening. You are watching Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. It's Tuesday already. I hope you're well, and I hope you're ready for another hour of fun with me and Craig as we bring you some of the biggest launches from recent times. If you have just joined us, let me recap on all the business that I need to tell you about before we move on. Today and today only, how would you like to get one of these? Have you seen these men? Wanted, $10,000 reward. It is, of course, me and your man. How do you get one of those, I hear you cry? All you do, yes, Nicola, all you do, Nicola, is shop and we will pop one of those. I believe it's signed as well.
What do I have to do to not get one?
You have to phone customer services and say, hello, I've made a purchase today. I do not want a picture of those 2 reprobates in my package. Thank you very much indeed. Please don't put it in there. But don't do that, because, you know, we sign them as well, apparently. It must be ones left over from last time that we couldn't get rid of, because I haven't signed any photos
I've not signed
recently.
any. As far as I'm aware, we'd signed them all.
Yeah. Do let us know if you do buy today. No, I'm not saying that, Nicola. Is that a true thing? Nicola, that is outrageous. Nicola has just tried on checkout to see if she can delete it, and apparently she deleted it, but then it just auto added again. There's no deleting me and Craig. Whether you want us or not, there is no escape. So anyway, that's part 1. Part 2, we've got prizes in the shows today. Prize in this show is your Creator Card celebration cake. We need, please, your chat about picnics, because today is National Picnic Day. So we've been giving away kind of food-based items. This one's got the cake on it, of course. So just send us a chat about your favourite picnic spot, and we'll pick a winner from all of those comments at the end of the show. Also, must just mention today, it's G2 Day as far as I'm concerned, because we brought the G2 price down, well, as low as it's ever been, 25% off the Gemini 2, and that's before your discount, of course, that you will get if you're a Platinum member, another 20% off. It works out, I think it's £119.99, and also worth bearing in mind that if you are new to us, maybe you've, maybe you're a Hobby Maker viewer who's followed Craig over and, you're watching today for the first time, welcome, first of all, and secondly, join up in our club, because the club is free to join. You'll get points for every pound that you spend, and you'll get 20% off your first order today. So really, you can pick up the Gemini 2 for under £120. We will read a few more of your comments in just a second, but I believe we're starting off this hour. By the way, Craig is here as well. How are you, Craig? You all right, mate?
I'm good, thank you very much. Thank you for asking. Thank you for bringing me into the show here.
There he is. He's got his new Cody Rhodes Scottish American Nightmare T-shirt on.
Yeah, the American Nightmare. Scottish Nightmare.
What do you make of, sorry, we can talk wrestling now for a second. What do you make of Cody Rhodes as a champion? Are you a big fan or not so much?
I feel for him because obviously the wrestling, the WWE is still just way up there. But what's happened, which I knew would happen, you had this huge, big, massive couple of months build up to WrestleMania 41 with The Rock and Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Mania's over. Mania's always like the clean slate, starting from scratch, Monday Night Raw afterwards. So, we've just gone for that little bit of a limbo. It's not a limbo, but it's just that building up period now to SummerSlam. But I like him as a champion. I didn't think I was going to. But no, I do like him as a champion. He's a working champion. Yes, a working champion. Just like me. You. We're going to have a look at a few of your pictures. Oh, this is cute. This is cute. This is from the box from earlier on, isn't it? The Bundle of Joy box. This is Lynn Bledsoe, and it is a scrapbook. That looks like one of our little memory... front of a memory book. Look at me knowing my stuff. So Lynn, thank you. I think that was from, now we've not had it on CTV, but that was from Craft Club 1.
Oh, right, okay.
The memories. Yeah.
It could be from Mini Memories, couldn't it?
Could be, yeah.
But it's very, very cute, Lynn. Thank you for sending that in. Also, thank you so much, Tracy Boakes, who has created a card. Now, is this from the template library, or is this from the set that we did with the...
so this is either from the dies or the cards. Blanks.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to say the dies because it's got the scallop. Might be from the pre-made card blanks, but yeah, that's fab. I believe Tracy has posted that on Facebook and tagged me in it. Because I see that popped up and I seen the name Tracy, but obviously I've been busy during shows. I've not been on Facebook yet. But that is, how lovely is that? Look at the colours she's used for the hot air balloon. And it's just a prime example how you can use your Bundle of Joy with your stepper dies, rocker dies, or your card blanks that you've got.
It's really cute, Tracy. Thank you so much for sending that in. I'm talking to really cute. Here they are. It's Holly Collie. Holly. And it's Frank without his goggles on. But I suppose he doesn't need his goggles on because he's inside. Those two look like they are thoroughly relaxed, enjoying a bit of Crafters TV, and probably chatting about how Molly Collie is, of course, the sausage catching champion of my local village. Yeah, news does travel fast within the canine world, but I love those two so much. Thanks, Hilary, for sending those in, Holly and Frank. Hello, Jeffrey Langley, who's joined us saying, I remember picnicking at Benson Wild Animal Farm. My parents wound packet sandwiches, devil ham and egg salad, drill pickles, potato chips, potato salad and cans of soda.
Oh.
Beverly
Fizzy
Bryant.
juice.
Eh?
Fizzy juice.
Did you say pop?
No.
Oh, I missed that.
No.
Pop. I think he just went, oh, I just popped. Fizzy juice.
Yeah, I just popped a minute ago and then went fizzy juice.
Beverly Bright. Beverly
I just
Bright.
about popped there.
That still nearly collapsed. Beverly Bright says, I love to picnic at Sunset Beach or Pawleys Island in the Carolinas. And Stephanie Theodore says, we had a pool when the kids grew up. Then had grandkids too, but parents are present. Baseball teams of my kids or football teams. Now my son has built a beautiful pool and says he's continuing the tradition because they are his best childhood memories. He has the party house now. Party house. Family, friends and expanded kids teams. My granddaughter will be having her April birthday party as a pool party again this summer.
Nice.
I miss those days. Like when my kids were little, they always wanted like, first of all it was like soft play parties and then it like graduated to pool parties.
I've never had a pool party. Did you have a pool, did you?
No, but like a party at a pool where you could like hire the part of the pool out with inflatables and stuff. Yeah.
I knew it was a thing in America.
No, it
We
is.
have pool parties.
Yeah, it's a thing here as well.
Hey, we could have one at Busy Lizzie's house, couldn't we? We could all go down to Redditch.
Yeah. I'm well up for that.
Me too.
Crafting pool party at
Yeah,
Busy Lizzie's
with
house.
Lizzie.
Yeah? What do you reckon?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
I like that idea.
I do. And Jessica Stricker said we would picnic on zoo trips. We took a cooler and would picnic just across from the zoo when we got hungry. It was a little too expensive to eat at the zoo back in the day. Forest Park was a great place to picnic as well. It probably is still. I think wherever you go now, if you have to buy food or drink, it's always expensive, isn't it? Hence why a lot of places stop you
You're
from
telling
taking
me.
your food and drink in. I mean, I bet it was expensive at the Hydro, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. How much is a pint of beer?
I'd say...
10 quid.
Well, I didn't have beer because I was driving. I could on the Friday night, I suppose, because I was staying in a hotel. I'm just trying... So maybe just a normal plastic cup, because everything's plastic, of course. You can't have anything to take the lids off stuff and that as well. But maybe at that high, I'll have Iron Brew. I had Iron Brew. That was £4. And I don't like to leave to go and get a drink of that during the show or a concert. Or that. So I bought 2. So that was £8. Burger, just a burger. It was a nice burger actually, and had cheese and onion and stuff like that on it, but just burger, no chips, no nothing, £8.
Oh, burger.
Yeah. Yep. I know.
You definitely want some chips with that as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like for that price.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, for the price, yeah. Yeah.
There's a restaurant chain as well, we'll get on to some crafting in a minute. There's a restaurant chain that does that as well. I can't remember what it was called, but we went to it at a radio station I worked at. Someone was leaving, and it was really expensive. It was like about £15, £16 for a burger, and you didn't get anything. You had to pay extra for your chips.
You're joking?
No, I'm not joking. It's like if you order a burger, you want your chips or your fries along with it, don't you? Who just buys the burger? But no. It's like, oh no, you only get a burger. Do you have to order your fries separately?
It's automatic that chips or fries comes with your burger.
Exactly right.
Well, it didn't at the Hydro either.
What was the world come to, eh?
No.
Anyway, talking of food. We're going to have a look at the kitchen collection, which has proved very, very popular over the course of the last few weeks. 10% saving today, less your club inspired discount, brings you down to £48 or $64. Everything in here you need to have the most fun crafting away. And let me show you everything that you're going to be getting. Tons and tons of dies. My Kitchen, My Rules is the first set of dies you're going to get. I like that one. As I said when we launched it, it reminds me of, our UK viewers will know, reminds me of the chef Keith Floyd, who always used to do his cookery shows wearing his apron and with a glass of red wine on the go, which I think is a great thing. Obviously,
so that's what you take after.
yes, obviously drink and cook responsibly. So that's
Don't drop your burger.
What do you say?
Don't drop your burger.
Don't drop your burger. You've also got your Baker Wish in there, so you can make your own papercraft cakes. You've got your chocolate in there. You've got your tray for your cookies. You've got your skewer with your marshmallows. You've got your little piping bag in there as well. I think everything's been thought of pretty much that you would find within your kitchen when it comes to baking. Mix and measure. I really love that mixer. I think it's super cute.
So old school, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Kenwood or a...
Well, Ken would.
Yeah.
Or Brian would as well, probably,
Ken would
wouldn't he?
get one. Yeah. Although they're more up to date nowadays, it's like your Ninja
Oh, is it?
machines and that.
I've not really jumped on that bandwagon yet. of
Ninja, I've got a
Ninjas.
couple of Ninja things.
Have you?
Yeah, yeah.
Ninja mixers, are they? Or?
Yeah, I've got like one of the big blenders. I've got one of the mini portable blenders. It's absolutely brilliant. It's great for the smoothies and that. I'm telling you, it's great. QVC. I'm always shopping. I've actually just had an email saying I'm getting another delivery tomorrow. It's their current TSV, Nicola.
What is it?
It's garden. Well, you can put that. Do you know what? They look a bit like more sophisticated bedside table lights, but you can put them outside. They're solar, or you can charge them. They come with a USB, so you can charge them. So if, like us, we don't really get proper sunlight, and you just need that extra oomph, just charge them with a USB. So they look nice on my decking.
Have you sorted your lawn out yet?
What was that?
Have you sorted your lawn out yet?
I have indeed.
Oh.
Yeah, all cut. I'd done that on the week that I was off. No, I didn't do it on the week I was off, actually. The week before I came off from a week. Cut all the grass, swept the decking, wiped it down. So yeah, it's looking nice.
Party at Craig's soon?
Yeah, I just need to have the sunshine now.
Yeah, too right. Here for the cake, so you've got your rolling pin, you've got your mixing bowl, spatulas, all sorts of bits and pieces, even the little oven glove there as well, which I think is super cool. Also in this set you have got, actually I'll leave that to one side for just a second, as I will leave that to one side for just a second, and that to one side for just a second. No, there's method in my madness. You've got your kitchen pantry in embossing folder style. You've also got your Baked with Love, which is all of those fantastic sentiments and sort of artwork that you've got with there as well. So you've got things like Bake the World a Better Place. You've got Bake It, Baker's Gonna Bake, rather, Baker's Gonna Bake, Bake a Wish, Just Beat It, My Kitchen, My Rules, the secret ingredient is always love, and plenty more in that set. You're also going to get your paper pad, double-sided sheets, wrong, single-sided sheets, but 36 of them. You've got your pink tiles in there, which I absolutely love. You've got all of your different patterns in there, ditzy florals, of course your papers with your mixing machine on there. You've got plaid, you've got gingham, you've got hearts, you have got more ditsies. I mean, lots of lovely patterns in there which relate to the collection, and lots of patterns which you can use elsewhere too. And then alongside that, the three other items that you're going to get in this set are the three items that you didn't get when you bought this on HSN if you did. So you can buy these as an individual set. Your Cake Heaven, which is the cake stand, the flour tin, and the pourer and the grater. You've also got your Pretty Lace border die. That wasn't included either, so you can get that. And this here, which is your baking memories. So that's got the shelf, it's got the sieve, it's got the bunting, and more of your utensils. So those three are available as a separate bundle, which you'll find on the website. Everything I've just shown you there makes that 10-piece kitchen collection for £48 or $64. There's loads of comments coming through, but I will read those out as we get into this next demo, because I know Craig is itching to get started. Lovely collection this. What are you going to make for us?
Rightio. So let's just show you some finished samples. What I'll do is I'll show you my card base, because I've already done my card base with some nesting dies, and then I'll show you the elements that I'm going to cut And then I can start cutting them, Ben, and then if you're wanting to read everyone's comments, we can do that. But with this one here, because it's the kitchen theme, it's always fab for your smaller cards. It's nice that you've got that doily effect edgeable as well, and then having all of those fab, quirky sentiments really, really works well. We're having that embossing folder as well. Start to build your own pantry. I don't know why, but I always think Mrs. Brown's Boys with that. 'Cause she's got
I don't
pantry.
watch that.
Do you not watch that?
I can't bear it.
Oh,
Sad to say.
I don't think it's as brilliant as it used to be, but I do like it. I do think it's fun. But yeah, so you can then start to build up your DL cards, your 5x7. You can do your smaller cards, but then treat bags, treat boxes as well. You can start to do. It really is such a great, great collection to have when it comes to everything that's themed. And as Ben was showing you as well within the boards, yes, we say kitchen, but then you can use it for things such as the barbecue, all those different males, females. It's really, really fun. Of course, certainly here in the UK, with the Bake Off being so popular.
Oh, yeah.
And the great American Bake Off also being equally popular. It's always good to then make a card or project for someone that's into their cooking or baking. So what I've already done here is 6.5 by 6.5 card blank here. And my circle die I've used is a 4.5 inch in diameter. And I've just run that through and just cut that one out. So it's 4.5 inch by 4.5 inch diameter. What I've then also done with some craft card, I've also used that 4.5 by 4.5, but I've also used a 4 by 4 in diameter circle nesting die. Used them together to create that ring that we can see here. And then using also that 4 by 4 diameter, I've taken my pattern paper, matte and layered it onto a bit of craft card, and then that 4 by 4 circle in diameter, I've just ran that through to create that aperture. So we're going to assemble that in a moment, but then what I'm going to do is I've taken some blue card and some silver card, and we're just going to take some of the components here from Mix and Measure. And with this one, we're going to we're going to go in with the mixing machine.
Yeah.
And I'm also, let's bring in a bit of craft card. Let's go in with the Bacon Memories. That one we're going to go in with the sieve. Let's also go in with let's go in with the palette knife. And that's that from that one. We're going to go in now with so it's not that one that I want, not that one that I want. Let's bring in my other die set, because I've obviously brought it out and then put it away again. So I want to go in with, let's go.
So much choice.
There is so much choice. Yeah, try to remember what we've done. Let's go in with the apron, and then let's also go in, what was the one that I'd done? There we go. Here for the cake, because I want kind of the chopping board, and I want the rolling pin, and what I also want, what set is it from? I know where it is, it's not from the set. What I wanted, I've already cut this one out, and for a minute there I was thinking, where's the die for that? It's actually on the mixing bowl, and then I've just chopped it out afterwards.
Oh, I see what you've done.
So I've done that. So what I'm going to do here is let's just trim that a little, because I don't need it all. And I will do that mixing bowl. So we'll take the mixing bowl in a moment, and then we'll run it within the silver card. But we're going to take this one. So I'm going to die cut these ones. I'm going to die cut these ones, and then die cut these ones, Ben.
More comments coming through. Stephanie says, my birthday is in July. I probably had a sprinkler party, says Stephanie. Sprinkler party?
Sprinkler party.
We had, again, well, when the kids were a bit younger, what do you call them? Like, we bought one, you know those, it was like, I don't know if it's still a craze now, but those like mats that you attach the end of your hose to.
Oh yeah.
And then you can run along and then slide down them. We had one of those for a while, and the kids absolutely loved it. I didn't have a go, because I was thinking if I slide down one, I'll probably like put a shoulder out or something.
Do you know who would love that?
Who?
Molly.
Ah, yes, you probably would, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Should I get one for Molly, do you think?
Clemmy would absolutely love that.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Clemmy's quite playful with like water then, is she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if Mum or John are out hosing the garden with, you know, like the sprinkler end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our past dog DJ, he used to absolutely love that as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Molly's a little bit funny because, like, if I'm hosing the car, for example, she'll want to like jump in front of the water and like try and catch it. But then if you hose her, like to get her clean, she doesn't want to know.
That's
It's a bit strange.
it is a bit strange, isn't it? How they can be like that.
Evelyn says, when my kids were little, we went camping a lot. On the way home, I would make sandwiches for the way home. And we'd stop along the river for a picnic. Kids had time to stretch their legs. Coming down the mountain is a very small town called Empire. Empire doesn't sound like it should be a small place, does it?
Doesn't, no.
Which has the best ice cream cones. It is still a must-stop now with the grandkids. And Anne says, went to an art fair whilst I was in Pittsburgh, and the lemonade from the lemonade stand was $10. $10?
$10.
$12 if you wanted any added flavour. Granted, it was a big cup, but that seemed very pricey.
Yeah.
I would want a big cup of lemonade for $10, wouldn't you?
And I know obviously we're talking about picnics, but what's the kind of like most expensive drink or food that you've had at like a concert or a stadium or an arena or fair or something like that?
What are you saying? What is the biggest rip-off you've ever had when it comes to food and drink?
Yeah.
But they get you, don't you? The biggest rip-offs I find here in the UK is when you stop at a service station.
Oh, yeah.
On the motorways, not only for the cost of the fuel, but also if you've made the rookie mistake of not packing like a sandwich and some crisps for that journey. If you get out, you get yourself a meal deal. Now, you've heard of like £3-4 meal deals. I mean, the meal deals at the service stations, I'm sure they're about £8-9 quid, aren't they? For like a sandwich, a bag of crisps and a drink. Probably more.
Not far off it. Not far off it at all. I know, it's unbelievable. I have to say, and I know both Debbies are like this as well, you know, if we're travelling to Hobby Maker or that, we are very lucky. The company will pay for our lunch.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't stop the fact that if we see that, like a meal deal for that, you would think, well, the company's paying for it. They'll probably just have it. Oh, I'm not paying that.
No.
I'm not paying that at all.
No.
Whether it's my money or not. It's just ridiculous. Doesn't stop you getting a Starbucks, though.
Loves the Starbucks. You always have your stop, don't you? That you
Woodall services.
I stop at Woodall quite a lot when I go down that way.
Do you?
There's two. I think it's Woodall. Is there like Woodall and is it Trowell?
Yes.
That's near there.
So I stop at Woodall on the way down to Hobby Maker.
Yeah.
And then when I'm leaving Hobby Maker, I'll stop at Trowell and get, because there's not a Starbucks there, so I'll get a tea from Costa.
Yeah.
On the way back. Yeah.
It's a good one to stop at because it's about a couple of hours into the journey, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why I stop at them, because they're both round about that halfway point.
Look at me and you again. All these similarities between us, and now we find that we stop at the same service stations when we travel south.
Here's another question. Have you got a favourite services?
I just love stopping at the services. If you asked my Laura, she is a big fan, because she's very la-di-da, she's a big fan of the services at Gloucester. Have you ever been to Gloucester services?
No.
It's like a farm shop.
Is it?
They did a, I'm sure they did a TV show about it. It's a proper full-on, like farm shop, basically. And they what's that? No, there's no, if you stop at Gloucester services, there's no like McDonald's or Greg's or anything like that.
Oh,
but
I'm not stopping then.
But you can do like your weekly shop there as well, because they've got like, you know, you can pick up like a fresh loaf of bread, and they do cheeses, and I'm trying to liken it to somewhere. Yeah, like Mainskill Farm. It's a bit like that, but in a service station.
Is that the one with the llamas?
Yes, the one with the llamas. I don't think there's any llamas at the service station though.
I don't think so.
I just love a service station. And I was saying to Daisy this morning, actually, because we're chatting about the fact that we're going on holiday 3 weeks on Saturday. I love the airport before the holiday as well.
So do I.
Isn't it? I love to get to the airport as early as possible.
Me
just to
too.
sit, have a bit of breakfast, mooch around the shop. shops.
Duty free, although it's not really worth it nowadays, but you still got to do it.
But it's the whole like building the excitement, get ready for, you know, when you see your departure gate, getting on the plane. I love, that's one of the best parts of the holiday for me at the airport.
For me, there's two main reasons that I miss going to QVC Germany.
Yeah.
The first one is I don't get to spend as much time with Debbie Fisher anymore.
Yeah.
Not we'd travel together, but she'd travel from Birmingham, I'd travel from Newcastle, and we'd meet each other at Dusseldorf. But yeah, that was the main reason that I loved going. But then the second main reason as well was, like going to the airport. And I think, do you know what it is? I think with the airport and even the services, it makes me feel like grown up, like I'm on business
Nah, I know what you mean.
like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I love all that. I love the airport. Get there as early as you can.
Yeah. I mean, it's miserable on the way back.
Of course it is, yeah.
Obviously, because, you know, you're
on
going
your way
home.
back.
But on the way there, it's so good.
It is.
We've as well this year, because we booked with a certain company, it gives you free lounge access.
Oh.
So we are going to be there early doors, taking advantage of the free food and drink before the flight. Oh, yes.
I like that.
Yes. Hello to Mary Pat, who's joined us from a sunny Montana. Bren says, growing up, my mum had a plaque that said, "This is my kitchen, I'm the boss. If you don't believe it, start something." I like that. Slip and slide, says Bren, is what they're called, Ben. Yes, the thing in the garden. Sprinkler in the late 50s was probably all my parents could afford, says Stephanie. You could run through the sprinkler. We had a sprinkler up until a few years ago, and again, you know, when the kids were little, just used to love hours of fun just running up and down the garden, running through the sprinkler. And Hilary says, Holly, who we saw earlier on, the collie, loves the garden hose. She tries to eat it. Of course. Oh. Of course. And Anne Richards says, I was just going to say Gloucester is my fave as well. Yes, Anne, as I say, my Laura's favourite services. It is very nice. It's a very lovely services. But as I say, if you're looking for McDonald's or Burger King, you ain't going to get it there. Anne says, in the US, the hot dogs at the baseball stadium are $5 each.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that?
I think that's all right.
Are they like proper sausage, or are you talking like the wieners?
Don't put the vision on me, Jamie.
Oh, genuine question. Is that the proper meaty, proper butcher sausages, or is it the ones you get out of the wieners out of the jars? Just asking. Huh?
Grow up.
That's what they're called. You grow up. How you getting on with your card anyway, Craig? I'm all out of comments for now.
Getting on fine. So just building the base that I went over right at the very start here. Mm-hmm. Because I want to build within that centre bit as well, what I've done is popped some acetate.
Is that acetate when it gets cross?
Acetate. Right, wiener boy.
Don't you wiener me!
I'll wiener you all I like. Your big sausage.
You're a silly sausage. Yeah, acetate, yes.
Yes. So just to acetate the back so I can start to build within that central part.
Oh dear.
And then I'm just going to start to build with some foam pads. And then we're going to keep building. And I think what's great with this collection, the masculine collection, the garden collection, because you've got lots of dies with them, you can really start to build up your scene or build up your project. No reason for you to mix and match. If you want to, you can certainly do that. And then with the apron, I know you were watching me at home, but I stuck that onto a bit of white card and fussy, well, you know, I don't quite say fussy cut because it wasn't difficult to cut around, but just trimmed all the way around when it comes to the apron. And then I'm taking all of these additional bits that I've cut. So we've got our chopping board. I've also got these, so I've already cut this one, and that is your, what do you call it?
Your
whisk.
That's not a whisk.
That's it. That's a whisk.
That's not a whisk.
That's a whisk.
It's not. It's a spatula.
No, that's a spatula. That's a whisk.
No, that's not a whisk. That's a spatula.
That's a whisk.
It's not. It's a spatula that you use to get your burger out off the grill.
No, it's not, because you've got the rounded teardrop. It is a whisk.
You're a whisk.
It's a whisk.
Oh, it looked like a spatula from my side. That is definitely a whisk. Who said that was a spatula?
Shut up and get back there with your wiener.
You shut up and with your acetate.
Let's go in now with the spatula.
It's a whisk.
This is a spatula.
Ah, yes, that is a spatula.
And we're going to pop that one over there.
Yep.
The fish slice tends to have little see-through ridges, Jamie. Although you could use either or.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to trim some of my foam pads, and then we're just going to let's take our stamps as well. I've just got the sieve to pop on, and then we're going to take one of the sentiment stamps, and then we're going to stamp that out too. Whilst
we continue to watch Craig, few comments coming through. Victoria Canalba says, "Stop with all the wienering. I'm trying to eat my ice cream here." Craig.
She really doesn't want us to stop.
Hillary says, T-Bay Services has a farm shop, which is very expensive. T-Bay Services like that's further up, isn't it? Cumbria, T-Bay, isn't it? I'm sure would you pass T-Bay on the way to Scotland? I think it is.
It does sound familiar.
Yeah.
It really, really does.
Fred171 says, I just cut out tons of pieces from the kitchen and garden collection to assemble into cards later. Love those collections. It is one of those sets, isn't it, that you've got so many components to it that, yeah, it is a good idea, I think, sometimes to maybe cut and pop into little boxes to keep for a later date. Yes, it is Cumbria, Jan tells me. And Pat says, I love the papers in this collection, especially the pink papers, because I grew up with a pink and grey kitchen. I was just going to say, Craig, your choice of colours here has got a bit of a sort of, I don't know, it's got a bit of a 50s feel to it, your card.
Yeah.
50s, 60s feel.
And with having the paper, which is kind of like the old style, tiles.
Yeah.
Now, this one has clearly not been used, because I can see the ink kind of bobbling on the top.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take that ink off, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my translucent clear. That bubbling, that is just some of the residual stamp material sitting on the top. So what I tend to do, I don't do it with my photopolymer, but all my other stamps, first time I use them, what I'll do is I'll give it a coating with the translucent clear ink pad, or give it a clean with your stamp cleaner, that works. But I always go back to my original way, and that is the translucent clear. And then we've got that perfect bake someone happy.
It's so important to make someone happy.
And then I've just used circle nesting dies to die cut these out, and then we're just assembling it to finish.
Perfect. Jane Adams says, the collection is so cute. I will be so happy when I can bake and cook again. And don't forget, if you pick anything up today, even if you pick up this collection, not only will you get all of the goodies, the stamps, the dies, the embossing folders, the paper, you will also receive a free photo of me and the hottie Scotty, automatically added into your orders. Nicola did try to delete it from an order she placed earlier on, but it then auto-added again, so there's no escape, unfortunately. So that is included. But what a card! I love that, mister.
There we go, and of course you've got all the different papers that you can be using too. You can theme it in different ways, but you can still chop into it, you can change it as well, build on top of your card, your project. But yeah, a little fun one.
Michael Adams. Hello, Michael. I feel like I've not said your name in ages. That card looks fabulous, Craig, you say.
Thank you.
It is a fabulous card and a fabulous collection. Very quickly to whiz through again, this is what you're getting all of the dies. So you're getting your baking memories, which is here. Your baking memories, you're also beginning getting your pretty lace border in there as well. You've got Cake Heaven, ooh, Cake Heaven, which has obviously got your little shakers and jugs and your cake stand and your little flower tin there as well. You've got your baked with love, which is all of your different sentiments. So you've got things like baker's gonna bake, bake a wish. And also, I like big cakes and I cannot lie. You've also got your kitchen pantry, which is that beautiful pantry embossing folder. You've got the, what's that one called? Here for the cake, which is your bowls, which is your chopping boards and rollers and oven mitts and whisks and also spatulas. Mix and measure is your mixing machine. You've got your weighing machine and also your set here, which is called Make a Wish, which is the cake, which is the marshmallow, which is your piping tool, more bowls and chocolate and cookies and all sorts going on there. Plus another one of the sets which Craig has just used, which is My Kitchen, My Rules. Which has the apron, the bottle of wine, and also your glass of wine, plus the steaming bread in there as well. You're also going to get your pad, don't forget too, which is 36 single-sided sheets. And what's nice about this as well is you have got those sort of tile patterns in there. You've got your check patterns, you've got ditzy patterns, patterns which aren't necessarily kitchen related, which you'll be able to use across lots of other projects as well. So it's a really, really fun collection. I love the idea of like Fred, who says, you know what, whenever Fred uses it, she cuts out loads of the dies and then has them then for whenever she wants to work with it, because it's a very comprehensive selection. You do you though, but pick it up today for £48 or 64 bucks, and you have saved 10% less your Club Inspire discount, and you've got a free photo. And don't forget, if you're in the UK, you've got just over 5 hours left to take up the opportunity of the deal of a lifetime on the Gemini 2. The lowest price we've done it for, 25% off before you even talk about your Club Inspire discount. That ends today. The pictures end today as well. And don't forget the outlet sale, which is on the website. Discounts of up to 90% off. I'm not lying when I tell you we've got deals there if you're platinum from 40 pence or 48 cents. When we come back, there will be one final sort of quick demo, and we'll also announce who is going to win our prize in this show to celebrate what is National Picnic Day. In the meantime, you get to the checkout and we'll meet you back here in about 5 minutes time.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes with the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. Yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new show up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have every hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. I think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night out. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Welcome back, everybody. Anne says, the Euro football has messed up the TV schedules again today, so I'm very glad I've got CTV to watch instead. Yes, absolutely. We're always here. We never mess with the schedules. Victoria Cadaver says, a weighing machine? Isn't that a scale? Did I call it a weighing machine? It's been a long day. We've done a lot of shows. Weighing machine, it is a scale. It's a scale. La 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 la. That is also a scale. They never fail, says Lynn Morton. You've got to love these bonny lads. Yeah. And Stephen says, it's a long time since I had a good family picnic. Best bit about living out in the Middle East. Oh, is a barbecue picnic on a very big beach and swimming with the sharks. Swimming with the sharks?
Swimming with the sharks.
And the moray eels.
That's a moray.
Mate, I literally just sang that in my head as well. I'm not even joking you. And try not to get stung by a Portuguese man of war. And yes, it's a jellyfish, says Stephen. And I got stung by one and I screamed blue murder with a few rude words.
Is that the one Steve Irwin passed away with?
No, that wasn't a jellyfish. That was a ray, wasn't it? It was a stingray.
Ah, stingray.
Aren't you, no, don't go down that line, Ben. Don't worry. I was going to talk about what you're supposed to do if you get stung by a jellyfish, but that is not something that we will talk about. Let's move on. Craft Club Showstopper Collection. You get the 3 craft clubs that we showed you a little bit earlier on. Die cutting. All right. Shaker techniques and also the embossing folder techniques as well. So the value for money on these is incredible because you get everything that you need to dip the toe in the water when it comes to die cutting, dip your toe in the water when it comes to your shaker techniques, dip your toe in the water when it comes to embossing folder techniques. And you know, take this one as a case in point here. This one brings you a 52-piece set. There's two 2D embossing folders, 4 3D embossing folders, watercolour cardstock, core card, white cardstock panels, 4 acrylic stamps, instructions. You've got your dust-it pad in there as well, sanding block and vellum panels. So it's just comprehensive when it comes to trying out a particular style of crafting. And similar with the shaker techniques, stamps, there's 11 of those, there's 20 metal dies, sequins, instruction sheet, printed papers, you've got crystals, you've got glass seed beads, red liner tape, chunky glitter, acetate, it's all in there. And basically the deal with the Showstopper is you buy these 2 and it's like we give you the die cutting one for absolutely nothing. So £47.98, pounds or dollars if you're platinum, a great opportunity to try out new crafty disciplines or indeed just expand your craft stash if you are someone who's already very confident with die cutting or making shakers or using embossing folders. Worth bearing in mind, if you just want to go for these individually, you can. And if you do want to go for the folder on its own, that is also available on the website. I'm aware we've only got a little while left when it comes to the show. So let's kind of get a quick demo on with Craig. We will announce the winner before the end of the show as well as to who is going to win our 3-in-1 Creator Card die set from all of the comments that have come through. But thank you to Michael, who says, an expensive day was had recently at the Chesterfield store. Oh, on Monday, Hercule and Chaz came home with a huge bag each. Nice. And Joanne says, oh my, you two, I have filled my trolley, although I don't have room for anything else. Ah, yes, Joanne, the G2 fell into the trolley. Yay! G2 crew. Congratulations on your G2. That is a tremendous, tremendous buy. Craig, I reckon you've got about, if I could finish, announce the winner, do all the spiel, you've got about 10 minutes, I reckon. What can you show us? And which of the craft clubs are you going to work with?
I'm just going to go back to the die cutting.
Yes.
Because before I went off for my little break, the only one I knew that was on the show was the die cutting one. So that's all that I've prepped. So let's just crack on with this one. And I'm going to go in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use the middle frame. So let's use the middle frame together. We're also then going to go in with the love as well. So let's take our low tack tape and use them together because the inner die will cut into your cardstock, but by adding that outer die, it's then going to cut it out. So white cardstock, which we've all got at home, and then we can then start to run that one through. Full plate configuration, that one's going to be your 2 cutting plates, frosted and then magnetic. Also use some of the papers from this, and then what I've also done, I've already pre-cut the little flower heads and also the leaves that you also get within this set. So if I take that one out here, you can see you've got that really, really lovely frame, and you've got a larger frame as well to go with this set. So I'm going to take the love die out, and then what I've already done is just using that largest outer die here. So if I take that away, so just that die on its own and run that one through, that's just going to give us the outer edge of that same die. So then that means we can then easily mat and layered that. The love I've already cut out also in red cardstock and done my drop shadow. So that bit's already done. And then these were the additional bits that I said I've already done. This is using the card that you also get included, and it's the flower head. And then I've got all of these little leaves. So if I pop them in, and then I've taken little sent with stamp that you get, and just some offcuts of white cardstock. I've just gone along, little strip, and then cut them at a little bit of an angle. So we're going to then go in with my tacky glue. You've got your dotted tape runner if you want to, but as I say, at home, I always use my tacky glue.
Yeah.
And if I've got that little bit of time here, I'll go in with my tacky glue as well. And then we're just going to go round that outer edge. And your tacky glue, when you press down, obviously it does spread out. So therefore, you know, you don't have to go onto the back of every detailed die cut. You know, as long as you've got a really, really nice coverage. And then when you press down, that's then going to press out the glue. You don't want too much, of course, because you don't want it to then just start to seep out of the outer edge. But it gives you that kind of faux emboss outer framed edge. Set that to the side, and I've got my 5.5 by 5.5 card blank, and I've just chopped down one of the pattern papers, which then can be mat and layered onto the red, and it really, really does make it stand out. But it makes it stand out because we've got the red on the drop shadow of the love, but then we've also got the flower heads as well. So you're getting that nod of red within the centre. So let's line that one up. We're going to go in with the die cut frame that we've done, and we're going to go in with foam pads as well. So let's add our foam pads, and then we just want to make sure that we've got a nice coverage. These are the pack of the large foam pads that I'm using.
We've got foam, if not on this show. No, it is on this show. We have got foam pads if you want to pick up the foam pad bundles. Shop the show and you'll find those.
Nice. You can use your glue gel as well if you want to. The only thing with that is you do just need to let that dry. I've gone in with a piece of pattern paper and I've just cut that to a square that just fits within the box of the frame. And then I've done another little square here, that one being 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch. And then we're going to go on to a red square that's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That one we're going to stick on flat because we're going to elevate the love die and the scent with, and maybe a couple of those little banner column strips.
Alison Gibson's just messaged whilst we're watching you, just says, I need to reduce what is in my basket or hubby will be throwing me out, but I really want to put more in. Help. I also want the G2. Alison, Nicola's just said you could, if hubby does get cross, you could live in the box that it gets delivered in, potentially. So
he can live in the box.
Yes. Listen, Alison, if it makes you happy, hubby will understand. And what I would explain to him is, you know, if you were going to get a G2 on any other day, you'd be paying a lot more money. You know, in a way, if you get the Gemini 2 today, you're doing the family a favour because you're saving a big chunk of money, right?
I like that. It's true, though.
Just you do you, though. Come on. You know, if you can afford to do it and you want to do it.
Just it's more beers for when the footy's on.
There you go. That's a good shout. When are England next on? It's Thursday, I think, isn't it? Thursday we're on.
What's that?
Football.
Oh.
Yeah, not bothered. I'm not massively, as you know, I'm more of a rugby man, to be honest. Rugby World Cup, yeah, but football, not so much. I'll watch if they get to the latter stages of the competition, you know.
Yeah, I like.
Everyone becomes a fan then, don't they?
Yeah. But it's typical, and it's true what they say. So say if Scotland's playing something or somewhere, if Scotland are playing, then, let me get this right, So this is the English. This is the English.
Yeah.
So if Scotland are playing, then Scotland are, and they're doing well.
Yeah.
Scotland are British. But then if Scotland's doing badly,
Yeah.
then Scotland are Scottish.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
I hear you.
And for us Scots, English are just English. I just see us all as one.
I say we should all cheer for each other, shouldn't we? You know, we're on this small little island together. Let's just all cheer for each other. You know, I certainly, you know, in the rugby certainly, if Scotland are playing like France or Italy, I'll cheer the Scots on. It's like if Ireland are playing France or Italy, I'll cheer the Irish on. Same with the Welsh. You know, you want the home nations to do well, don't you?
Of course you do. That's what I always think.
You know, if it's England, Scotland, obviously, I hope we win 100-0. But
That's different. Yeah. Was that last year or the other year? There was Scotland and England were facing each other for something.
Yeah.
And in my road, my area where I live, it's nice enough, but I wouldn't dare put a Scottish flag up because the whole place was just packed with English flags.
Yeah.
Out the window and out the car. And
Yes.
although most of my neighbours know that I'm Scottish, I did think, I'm not going to put a Scottish flag up.
Yeah, no point highlighting it at that point.
No, I can't afford to get my car fixed.
No,
so
exactly right. Yeah, come out in the morning, find your car 4 tyres missing.
Yeah.
You know.
Egged. So yeah. You know, I know it's tongue in cheek when I say that, you know. Because
Alison's just messaged back, by the way, saying maybe I could live in the box. I'm not that big. Well, there you go, Alison. Solution for you there. You're welcome. But do think about the Gemini 2 today. And what a beautiful card to finish off proceedings. That's gorgeous, Craig.
There we go. Just building up that layer, giving it a faux embossed outer frame by using 2 of the dies that came with it, and then using the love, using the little floral dies, but then also using your sentiment stamp with the pattern paper and the cardstock that you get included.
Oh, what a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. It has been so much fun. Don't forget, if you have got anything in your carts and your baskets, get them checked out. Particularly, I know we've been chatting to Alison recently, but the Gemini 2, best deal we've done it for, 25% off. And if you're Club Inspire Platinum, it's under £120. So really have a think about doing that today. Thank you, everyone, for all of the comments as well. We've been chatting, of course, all things picknicky, and we have picked a winner in this show. We were giving away this 3-in-1 Creator Card die set, which is the Celebration Cake. Really fun set, that, actually, because you get 2 dies to create this effect, that effect, or that effect. So a lot of fun. And the winner of that, picked at random, is Joanne Reid.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Joanne. You can claim your prize. Just message us, ctvprizes@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Send us your address and we'll get that one out to you as soon as we can. So congratulations. I believe more fun and frolics tomorrow, probably more giveaways. Certainly a fun day coming your way tomorrow. I'm here for Wake Up Call. That's coming your way, obviously, from midday, which is 7 a.m. Eastern. And then following up on that tomorrow, that's with Leanne, Colour Me Happy. It's a Colour Me Happy Tri-Blend Special, I believe. So, and the thing is with that show as well, a great opportunity to ask those questions because you know Leanne, so good when it comes to all things Spectrum Noir. And then tomorrow night, live at 5, but only for an hour. It's me and you again, isn't it?
It is indeed, yeah. 60-minute deal, so you got to beat the clock tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to come in for that 1 hour show.
Yeah, and those deals, by the way, will just be live for that show and that show only, so you will need to be in. Thanks, everybody, for being fab, as always. Massive thank you to all the team. Thank you to Jan on the socials tonight. Rachel jumped in as well. Thank you also to Becky earlier on. Thank you to all the social guys, superstars on the socials. They're brilliant. Massive thank you to Craig Bagel. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to Tracy. Thank you to Jamie. Thank you to Nicola. Thank you to you. It's going to be another fun day tomorrow. Just as a by-the-by as well, don't forget that if you do shop today, you can still get your Ben Craig photo signed as well. So that's absolutely worth shopping for. And do check the web again today, the summer sale and also the outlet clearance. If you've only got a few bucks to spend, that is absolutely worth looking at because there's deals from 40p, 48 cents. Thanks, everybody, so much. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and me and him and Leanne will catch you tomorrow here on Crafters TV. Until then,
toodles!
bye.